So nice to meet you two. I'm a big fan. I've watched pretty much every season of the show. So excited to be talking to you about this. Can you tease what fans are going to get to see for the rest of the season with you?
What I will say is they're going to see our lives in a way they've never seen, um, close up and personal. Yeah, like she said, crazy. Um, they are going to see us push some envelopes that people probably haven't seen on the whole franchise before. So um, you're going to see some of our family. You know, you're going to be introduced to my oldest. Well, I only have one older brother, so you're going to be introduced to him. Um, some of my family, my mom, people like that, and it is wild, just just off the rails.
And Hazel, this season you're arriving to America at last. What emotions were you going through when you finally got here and you got to see Tarik and see the home and everything?
When I came here, I feel like overwhelmed. I'm very happy because finally I'm with Tarik and Ori, and uh, I'm 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 just overwhelmed.
And Tarik, how are you feeling when she finally arrived? It feels like it's been a long time coming.
You know what? There's something about this woman that turns my big ass into a crybaby. I don't, it for me it was like relief because we had fought, for about 2 years to get her here, and it was a daily slog, a daily fight, going through it. Took a lot of time. There was a lot of ups and downs, a lot of money, we went through a lot with our families, both of our families, and so at times we felt like it just wasn't going to happen, like it was almost like too much was pushing back on us, and so I thought about it 100 times in my mind, but when it actually happened and I actually saw her on the escalator, I'm like, she's here. I'm like, she's actually here. Like she doesn't have to leave again. I don't have to leave her. Um, so I just kind of broke down in my light blue suit and everything.
Hazel, what has surprised you most about living in America?
What surprised me here living in America is the weather and the food, because their food here is more and more on greasy, and the weather I don't like very cold. I like normal weather, like warm, colder.
And Hazel, a lot of fans have shown major support for you since you opened up about your sexuality. What was it like for both of you to see that love and support online?
Being supported online, um, I'm happy that somehow there is people that accept me for me being bisexual. Not a lot, but I'm so thankful for.
And Tarik, you've been really supportive of Hazel and even been open to bringing another woman into your relationship. Why was it important for you to support her in that way?
Um, well, one, you know, I was raised. I know this might sound ironic, but I was raised old fashioned, by my father, and my father told me, when you find a wife, it's basically FTW for everything else. When you find your wife, you support her, you have her back, even if it's hard. It doesn't matter if nobody agrees with her or if everybody agrees with her. You know, FTW is no, no, it means a bad word. The world, just meaning. So, you know, I thought it was really important for me to let her know, that her exposing this to the world, there were going to be some hate. There were going to be some haters, but there would also be a lot of people who were encouraged by her bravery. right? And for that, I'm grateful to have her here, and I'm grateful that she opened up to me, and I'm grateful that there are people telling us, because I saw this little clip of her, it made me, feel like I could come out. So that's always a win.
And then last question I have is, what has been your favorite part about being on the show?
My part being on the show, uh, I can show that to all people that I love Tarik. They said I'm not into him, but I really love. So being in the TV, um, yeah, they can I can show, and a lot who gonna know that I really love.
Well, you guys are still together, so I feel like you're proving all the haters wrong,
True. Yeah. And I will say my biggest the thing I like the most about being on TV is that, never mind the haters. They are useless and meaningless to us. But I get a lot of parents, with children with autism, who, ask me for advice, and what's the best kind of school to go to, what kind of behavioral therapies to get, So I never really thought we would have that impact, and you don't really know how far reaching this show is until you start getting heartfelt, messages like that. And also, I get a lot of messages from, to be blunt about it, from young Black men, middle-aged Black men who say, wow, this really made me, I'd always thought about, maybe trying to find a wife or a girlfriend in Asia or something. I was always scared to do it. And you kind of gave me the guts to do it, and to not care what people say, and so I think that's a really, really big benefit to us, to be able to show people that interracial couples, international couples are no different. Polyamorous couples are no different than you are.